think you know me well enough by now. I don't do anything really traditional with my real estate business. I don't like to shove real estate down people's throat. I'm just kind of the subtle little thing in the background. And anything I send out for cards, I don't want to say, hey, refer me or look at how awesome I am.
Yeah.
And so to this point, I know I've been neglecting my past clients and I'm trying to think of something to touch them. Because after my year campaigns, I do a terrible job of going back in and renewing those campaigns. So the first year is awesome. And then it's like, whoops, forgot about you. So I reached out to Gail yesterday and I was thinking about, and I'm open to your ideas too, but like sending out something like right in May or maybe early June about summer, having pictures of my family on there, of course, brand the back with my real estate, but talk about like, it's going to be another busy season, but my goal is to make sure that I make time for me and my family and my friends. And I'm going to share with you my bucket list for the summer. And then do like a call to action, like a subtle one, kind of like Gail did with her word search, like text me the first word you found. And I would say, text me what one of your bucket list items is, right?
That's cool. I love that.
Yeah, well, thank you. And I don't know exactly how that would look, but I just kind of thought that would be playful and have some pictures of maybe my son and his goggles swimming, you know, or something cute like that. My husband and I picnicking. I don't know.
What's on your bucket list? Do you have it made out already?
I've got some things in my head, you know, like camping on a sandbar and golfing with my 82-year-old father and, you know, those type of things, camping with my friend Gail, or, you know, those kind of.
Yeah, buddy.
But I would put together some things that are really on my list. It's not like make believe, it's legit. Maybe put my camper picture on there. So I was just kind of seeing what her thoughts were, or if she or you, Amy, have any other ideas on how I can touch my people in a non-shoving real estate down your throat way. Remind them of my personality, remind them of my groundedness as just a human being, and leave it at that. So.
I love that.
I enjoy that idea. It caught it, and I'm recording this. I'm gonna share it in the Realtor Business by Referral with SendOutCards group, because here's what I believe is people, we all benefit from sparks of innovation and ideas from others. And Tracy, just because you shared that with me last night, it started making me think, well, what would be on my bucket list? And I think it's important. I believe that it's important that our clients, especially when you're running a referral-based business, our clients relate to us at a human level. And, you know, maybe you're going to inspire them to create a bucket list. How cool is it that now they've created a bucket list? Maybe it's to go out and play miniature golf with their kids, or maybe it's to go to the beach somewhere. Maybe it's to be on a stand-up board for the first time, right? But they might, and when they do that, who are they going to relate that back to? Oh, yeah, Tracy, she inspired me to think about things for myself. And I think that's really a powerful witness to the humanity of real estate agents.
I love that.
I guess I never thought of it that way, and how it all year could reflect back, whether they have a summer bucket list, maybe they do a winter bucket list. But anyway, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, if I want, I'm assuming I'm going to do a 3-tier card. Yeah. You know, in order to make my bucket list probably, you know, focal point in the center. And then at the end, of course, I would say, thank you for your business or trusting me. Just a little, that's it. And the rest photos.
Sorry. You could do the same thing. Like if you wanted to do something more non-traditional around the holidays, you could do like at the end of the year around Thanksgiving time, you could do a gratitude card. Like, here are some of the things I'm grateful for this time of year. What are you grateful for? You know, you could just take that same idea and flip it.
Great idea.
If you didn't want to do the traditional, you know.
That's right, Amy. And then text me what you're grateful for. There's that touch that I'm looking for, that interaction versus an email blast, which I'm not a fan of, right?
Yeah.
That's why we do what we do.
Yeah, I get it. I don't do jerk campaigns in that way either, or like email blasts. I do like a home value every month just through HomeBot, because people seem to value that. And it looks very nice. It looks like I customized it for them. So I do that, but otherwise I'm trying to get better. I'm not as great as getting the cards out regularly, but I need to set up some campaigns. So, and I do the same thing. I think especially after the first year, I fall off. So I'm working on it too, Trace.
Well, if you guys have any other ideas that you have done, I know Gail and I have talked about like her first of the year card. They plaster all the houses they've sold her, most of them or some of them, you know, thank you. It was a great year. I haven't done that. And I don't know if I'm going to choose to do that, which nothing wrong with her strategy. I think it's great to remind people of your, you know, successes and, you know, what a year you had thanks to our clients. I think that's great. I just haven't done that because it hasn't felt right for me. So I'm just trying to think of these other ideas. So if you hear something in your send out card groups that might be a good fit for me, I'm all ears. I'm still really trying to, I hate the term farm my neighborhood, but I've done some creative things out here, but I'm like, it's been a while since I've touched those folks. And I know that I need houses out here. I've got 3 families looking and I should just send them a card, but I know that 90% of the homes out here are not selling. And so I feel, I don't want to say it's a waste of money, but I'm like, is there a different way I can reach those people in a different way other than saying, I'm looking for buyers in our neighborhood? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm looking for buyers in the neighborhood. So
when you say 90% of them aren't selling, do you mean they're just not on the market or they don't sell?
well, I shouldn't say 90. I'm guessing 70. I know a lot of people out here and they're not moving.
They just did.
They're very happy out here. They love our neighborhood. And I could walk down the street and say, they're not going. They might go. So, I mean, I should do more of a targeted, write their address down. But again, maybe there's a different card I could send that has nothing to do with I'm looking for homes to buy or buyers for your house, of just another word search or something. Not a word search, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a lemonade stand or something in our neighborhood. I don't know. But anyway, if you have any ideas.
You do fun things like bringing Stella to your house. So maybe it's but your summer bucket list, could you incorporate an event around your summer bucket list as well?
I could. I thought about doing, we used to have outdoor movies out in our backyard. And so I thought that might be kind of fun for the neighbors to come back, and that might, because that's on my list anyway, is an outdoor movie at an actual theater. But I could, you know, hire somebody here and do it right. But I don't know. I think the biggest thing that's on my mind right now are touching those buyers and sellers that I haven't really doing a very good job with in the past 3 years in this business. And then at the end of the day, probably just getting a card out to say, I got buyers in our neighborhood. And if it's 95% I'm going in the garbage, they go in the garbage. If I get 1% on it, great. But I owe it to my buyers.
Right.
Regardless.
Right.
I think if you did all, you know, really human, fun, nice cards, and then you did a, hey, I got some buyers card, no one's going to be mad at you. And I do think you need to do I've got buyers. So if you or someone you know, is looking to move in the next 1 to 3 years, you need to let me know. You know, I'm here. So I think it's okay to do that. I think you need to do that. But I had another idea. You do a lot of fun videos of like places in the area that you like to go. You could do a card around that. Here are some of the top places I've gone this quarter or this half of the year.
Oh.
And maybe somebody that you've highlighted would even give you a deal. You could put and this particular one wants to offer you this. I mean, these businesses, you've marketed these businesses, they'll give you something you can give your clients. Hey, just thinking of you, want to give you this from a gift for me and so and so.
That's awesome. I could say 20% off at this restaurant or whatever.
And then,
great idea.
And then as you're fulfilling your bucket list, make sure to follow up with a card of the things that you did do with pictures of the actual.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Great idea.
I love that.
Like when you're golfing with your 82-year-old father and you have a picture of it now.
I love it. And then maybe I could put red check marks in front of the ones we did. Hopefully they'll all be red.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, girls. See what I mean? It's just collaborating like this.
And I hope some aren't red so that they know that's the human. Like, this is what I plan to do.
Oh,
And
okay.
this one I moved to the next quarter. And if they're all done, Tracy, good for you. I'm not saying like, don't stage it, right? I'm not saying that, but I'm
Right.
saying it doesn't matter.
Good
You know,
point.
because we're gonna appeal to them anyway. How many times as humans, we plan to do things and we don't do any of them, or we don't do much, you know, because we let life get in the way. Like, that's human. And then, you know, when we really focus on it and we are able to do some really fun things, you can share that too.
Great suggestion. All right. Well, if I get this thing designed in the next week or so, I'll share it with you guys
Okay.
Thanks.
and give you some ideas on my list,
You
inspire you.
gave me some good ideas
us.
too.
Inspire us.
Interestingly enough, I've been thinking bucket list because I've been thinking about, but I've been thinking in terms of more 90-day. Like, what can I do in the next 90 days? Because if I put out a bucket list, it'll fall on the someday list and it won't get done, right? So I've been kind of thinking in 90-day chunks. Okay, what can I do this next 90 days that either I really want to do or I haven't done before? So this conversation came at a good time.
I love it.
Please
Do you
do.
have something off the top of your mind that you're thinking?
I don't know. There's lots of things I haven't done. So, like, I want to ride a jet ski at Gales this year.
Okay.
Because I've never done that. Primarily because I was 400 pounds. And I didn't think I should be on a jet ski. But now I think I could do it. You know, that's the
No, you
third,
can do
you
it.
know, so that's maybe later in the year. I'm sure Gail will help me out with that. But I'd also like to go on a hot air balloon ride. I never did that before either because I just felt I was too heavy, and I think that would be fun. So yeah, I don't know. I have to really put them. I gotta write them down. They're in my head.
Great. That's great, Aim. What about you, Gail?
Well, you know, buying those paddle boards and watching them sit inside flow all the way back from Florida to Michigan. That's, I was like, oh, I wonder what the temperature of the water is. But, you know,
Cold.
it's like glass out there right now. So, you know, just getting balanced and having fun on the paddleboard. I know I'm going to do it, but it's just, you know, feeling I don't know, just feeling that strongness to be able to do it. Oh, what else? Gosh, I'm going to think about it because you know, I've not been one to like, I look back at all the things I've done, like skydive, but it was never on a bucket list. It just happened.
And maybe there's only 3 things on your list in the summer. Who knows, right?
I'm gonna think about. I'm gonna really put some attention to that, and I will commit to messaging you girls and letting you know. I'm gonna come up with 5. I'll come up with 5.
Great.
One
Well,
of them is
thank
going to be camping with you. We have got to get that together. And
Yeah.
and another one is a personal training session with Coach Steve Trezek in the gym,
yeah.
like kicking my butt. So,
Yes.
Yes, that would be awesome.
you know,
I love that's on our bucket list. Most people run from things like that.
Just gonna travel to sea for training. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Well, I appreciate you sharing your minds with me this morning and getting our kind of creative thinkers going, and appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks.
Let's go.
Have
See
a
you,
great day,
girls.
ladies.
See ya. I
Bye.
appreciate you so much.
Love you guys.